I want to talk to the CFO and I want to talk to the C-suite people, but that's not what you do in public sector. It's a much broader sale. I mean, you have to practically sell everybody.
You do. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. That kind of goes back to the whole you better have your ducks in a row when it comes to your varying talk tracks. So
Exactly.
you're going to say something much different to a mayor than you are to a city councilman, than you are to a city manager, than you are
Yep.
to facilities guy.
Yeah. And and it's funny when you're working in that sector, because I did enough to be dangerous. There are catalysts that don't have all the power. So there's people inside these organizations, and the only way you're going to be successful is identifying who those real catalysts are, because they're influencers. While they may not make the decision, they might be the person that's been there 25 years, and they're the person who kind of makes things go, even though they don't have the big title.
Certainly, they're the users,
Yeah.
of the projects that you put together. I mean, the electeds get to take kind of the credit for it. They're like the quarterbacks or the running backs of the whole deal.
Yes.
They get the they get the the praise and all of that,
Yeah,
right?
or a way I used to say it in that business is they're the camera hounds. They're the ones that
Uh,
get to be the voice and the face.
yeah.
Okay, so what's really interesting in this space right now for energy as far as this? I mean, is this just, we're all fighting over the same budgets and that's difficult, but what is the biggest trend that's happening right now in your space at Centrix? Because there hasn't been a time in the world where energy hasn't been as important as it is now.
Mm, I couldn't agree more. Yeah. One of them I would say is the rapid change and progression of technology. So
I'm going to
I'm
go
not a
there.
technology guy, right?
Right.
I don't I like to make this joke with my friends who are technology guys, but I've sold hundreds of millions of dollars worth of HVAC equipment and chillers and stuff like that. I have no idea how they work at a fundamental level, and that's okay. So um,
At
I'm
least you're
not gonna.
honest, man. At least you're honest. That's
Oh
great.
yeah, yeah, and you know what? I don't need to, but
Well,
there
that's
are people.
right. That's
Yeah.
right. Well,
Um,
I would agree with you. I'll make a statement and you can add on to this.
yeah.
I spent, like I said, 3.5 decades in tech, and right now in energy. I think the innovation cycles are as on fire with technology as they've ever been. I would look back to the late 90s when PC chip development was just on a sprint pace. I mean, we're doing work with Dell, and they would have a life expectancy of a notebook computer to be 9 months before it's obsolete. And so, right now, just my observations, and I think you can attest to this, it's very hard for experts to stay on top of the technology innovations. And that's why there seems like there's such a demand for your services, because the average person isn't keeping track of this stuff. You know, the cycles are
And
crazy.
they are. They're crazy. And the industry, the market, I would say, is reliant upon us to help them understand those things, right? And not, again, back to what you said earlier, not just feel sold, but um feel educated,
Hmm.
right?